Hello, I'm Rachel Hakanson, physical therapist at Johnson Memorial Health Services, and today we are going to look at walking and jogging and how we can correct your form. So we're just going to start out looking at walking. Justine, go ahead, start out at a comfortable walking pace. So whether you're walking on a treadmill or outside, find a pace that you feel comfortable with. We're going to look that she has equal stride length, so one step isn't shorter than another. So I like to look both from the side and from the back. From the side, we're looking, typically when we walk, we hit with your heel first and then roll off your big toe. So it looks like she's doing a nice job of that. Arm swing is also important, and it kind of depends on the speed that you're walking. So the faster you're walking, you're going to find it just more natural to get your arms involved, and you can burn more calories by getting those arms involved. And we'll talk more about this too when you're running, but kind of your goal with those hands are eventually to kind of get up underneath your chin, kind of aiming towards your chin. So with walking from behind, what we're looking for is that she's not crossing her feet over one another, or what we call scissoring. So Justine, go ahead and just show us maybe what scissoring would look like. So she's one foot in front of the other. We don't want to see that. So go ahead back to normal. And then we also look at her hips. We want to see if one hip is dropping more than the other. Then we would think maybe she's weaker on that one side when she's standing on it, that opposite hip drops. So that's something that we look for as well. So now we're going to go into a comfortable jogging speed. And we're going to get in a little bit more detail with this. So I kind of let them warm up, kind of get into their groove a little bit so it feels natural to them. And it's easiest to evaluate somebody running when on a treadmill, because if we capture video, it's not like they're running past us and we can't get a good glimpse of it. And with jogging, we basically look for the same things that we did with walking. Are her feet crossing over one another? Does she have kind of one weird kick on one side? Oftentimes we'll see that. Or again, are her hips level, or is one side dropping more than another? We also check arms. Sometimes that's an indication, if they're spending more time on one side or overcompensating, but that looks good. Again, getting those arms involved and kind of reaching up towards your chin is the goal. So once she's in her groove, that's where we really look. Where is she landing? Is she hitting more with her heel, more midfoot, or on her toes? Oftentimes what happens if you land too heavy on your heels and the shin is too far ahead of your knee, we tend to end up with more hamstring issues, even anterior knee pain, and then shin splints. So if you have an issue with shin splints, think shorter, quicker strides and landing with your foot more underneath you and more flat foot. So what I'm going to look for now is I'm going to actually take some time to count how many steps she's taking a minute. So she is jogging about 160 steps a minute. Our goal is that we want to be around 180. So what I'm going to do is I have this free metronome app on my phone, and I'm going to ask that Justine hits every time she hears this beat. So it's going to force her to take shorter, quicker strides. We didn't change the speed on the treadmill, so it's the same speed. She's just turning over more quickly and taking more steps per minute. If we were outside and doing this and I told somebody take shorter, quicker strides, they basically start sprinting. So we want to keep the same speed, so that's where the treadmill is great to practice these things on if you have that option. And then you can see, instead of being a little bit more of a heavy heel striker, she's landing more midfoot, landing with her foot underneath her, which allows her to cushion a little bit better and use her muscles versus putting more added stress on her joints. If you would like us to evaluate your walk or jog or talk through any issues that you might have when starting an exercise program, give us a call at Johnson Memorial and we would love to work with you.